Hello everyone, Assistant Narrator Richardson signing in. And UV is incredible, just by normal life purposes. Like when people do nails, like acrylics and stuff, they use the UV to dry the acrylic on the nail. Also you can get some nails that react to UV so they glow in the dark. It's really cool, you should check it out. Anyway, let's start. Item number SCP-6139. Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-6139 is to be kept in a standard humanoid containment chamber, fitted with a 250-watt ultraviolet ceiling lamp. A CCTV security system has been installed in the cell to monitor SCP-6139 daily for any changes in position. In the event of a breach, the current instance of SCP-6139-1 is to be identified, brought to the containment chamber, and rendered unconscious. The UV light will then be reactivated when SCP-6139's presence is confirmed. Description: SCP-6139 is a hairless, androgynous humanoid entity, measuring 4 meters in height, with dark purple skin and an emaciated build. Small white skin discolorations are present across SCP-6139's body. Instead of hands, SCP-6139 possesses long, blade-like protrusions on the ends of its forearms, composed of stainless steel. Under normal circumstances, SCP-6139 is impossible to visually perceive. While the exact mechanisms of this trait are unclear, ultraviolet light from an artificial source, natural sources of UV radiation such as sun and moonlight do not appear to have any effect, can both reveal and paralyze the entity. Due to this, SCP-6139's regular behaviour has been difficult to document. At any given time, SCP-6139 targets a specific human being, designated as SCP-6139-1. After a period of 30 to 31 days, SCP-6139 will enter a dormant state for 3 days, before the nearest individual is chosen as the new SCP-6139-1. This property also persists if SCP-6139-1 dies. When not paralysed, SCP-6139 will attempt to locate SCP-6139-1 whenever the latter sleeps. This behaviour will cease each time SCP-6139-1 awakens. If SCP-6139 is able to reach SCP-6139-1 during the former's active period, it will make small, shallow cuts in SCP-6139-1's skin using its blades. This behaviour lasts until SCP-6139-1 wakes. Based on Foundation analysis of the patterns SCP-6139 creates, it is assumed that the entity is attempting to create a full-body tattoo, designated as SCP-6139-2. However, SCP-6139-2 appears to be too large and intricate to be completed before a new SCP-6139-1 instance is chosen. Attempts to reconstruct SCP-6139-2 from its fragments are underway. The previous statement has been stricken from the record. See Addendum 6139-C. Addendum 6139-A. Discovery. SCP-6139 was discovered on the 9th of the 12th, 2005, after MTF Epsilon 6, Village Idiots, was sent to investigate reports of paranormal activity in the rural town of
Classified,
Pennsylvania. Epsilon 6 was unable to conclusively identify any anomalous phenomena. However, on their return trip, Operative Jack Fleming began waking up at irregular points every night, with small scars appearing on the dorsal side of his left hand. Lee's effects persisted over the next week. SCP-6139 was eventually revealed after Fleming visited a tanning salon on his leave, and SCP-6139's entire right side was paralysed when the tanner was activated, causing it to trip. Noticing the entity's partially illuminated form, Fleming notified Area 179, and SCP-6139 was apprehended with minimal incident. During the first tests, a tracking band was attached to SCP-6139's arm while it was incapacitated before the chamber's overhead UV light was turned off. Notably, the band was also rendered invisible by the entity's camouflage. Using the tracker, a broad depiction of SCP-6139's movements could be determined, which mostly consisted of pacing, waiting at the door of the chamber, and standing still at the centre of the room. 6 hours into testing, the tracking band reappeared on the floor, its casing having been bisected. Simultaneously, the chamber door had a rectangular section carved out of its centre, which was then pushed out into the main facility. SCP-6139 could not be located in the immediate area. 3 hours after this event, Fleming reported he had been woken up by a sharp pain on his bicep. A UV floodlight was subsequently activated in the security dormitory, and SCP-6139 was relocated and secured in its current containment chamber. Addendum 6139-B Breach Report. On the 10th of the 21st, 2005, SCP-6139 escaped containment after its cell was damaged in an unrelated attack. After SCP-6139 was discovered to be missing, Operative Fleming was ordered to sleep in the containment chamber. However, there were no signs of SCP-6139 for 7 hours. As researchers had no knowledge of SCP-6139's radius of effect, recontainment was only achieved the next day, after security staff Jacob Schwartz reported a small pattern of cuts on his shin. SCP-6139's shuffling effect was subsequently determined after 2 months of testing, and integrated into the containment procedure. No further incidents have occurred as of yet. Addendum 6139-C Reconstruction of Pattern. On the 6th of the 17th, 2013, Foundation researchers were able to fully reconstruct SCP-6139-2 using over 60 incomplete reference photos obtained from over 7 years of testing. Examination of the tattoo style revealed several broad similarities to the indigenous Caribbean tattoo, but no direct correlative imagery. SCP-6139-2 was then inscribed onto a styrofoam mannequin to determine if it possessed any innate anomalous properties. 30 seconds after the pattern was completed, the mannequin appeared to abruptly vanish. However, attendant researchers were still able to touch it when moving their hands through the space it occupied. When junior researcher Cartier Clyde activated a miniature UV flashlight on his keyring, the illuminated portion of the mannequin was immediately revealed, showing that its surface had adopted a colour and patterning similar to SCP-6139's, although with much larger white spots. Additionally, the mannequin's hands were discovered to have fallen off, replaced by small implements identical in appearance to silver butter knives. Proposals to incorporate SCP-6139-2 into Foundation espionage operations are pending O5 review. And that's the end of the document. I guess UV is also useful for protecting yourself against a demon thing. Anyway, that's it for this one. Goodbye. Hello everyone, Creepy Otter here, and I just want to say a huge thank you to Clism31201 for this SCP. really original. I really liked it. Also, I just want to say sorry for not uploading for a while. I wasn't very well, so I'm back low. I'm gonna be releasing this now, of course, because you're listening to it, and there shall be one released tomorrow and Friday. I don't remember what day of the week it was. Anyway, if you liked the video, please like and subscribe, as it helps me see what is like the most with content, and also it's just nice. If you want to support me financially, go check out my Ko-fi. The link is in the description below. Talking about Ko-fi, we have our supporters, so I want to say huge thank you to Redacted, Pro Re Natura, Diddygaff, and Sub 9-3. You have no idea how happy your support makes me. It's amazing. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.